Cuse Countdown is here on the road in Buffalo, New York, side of the second and third rounds for the South region of the 2014 Men's Basketball Tournament. I'm Chris Wilner alongside Bobby Krivitsky, and Bobby, Syracuse out on the floor behind us for their open practice here before tomorrow afternoon's game against Western Michigan. I guess the biggest story is the shooting slump of Syracuse coming off that loss against NC State in the conference tournament. What is the key for Syracuse to get that shot back?
Chris, I don't expect CJ Fair to shoot 3 for 16 again. I also don't expect Trevor Cooney to hit 10 threes and go bananas, be this team's savior. But if he just hits a couple of threes and can get going from beyond the arc, it opens up the floor for playmakers like Fair, Ennis, and Grant to attack.
So they're doing a lot of shooting behind us. I know CJ said in the locker room that he was confident. Now moving on to the game tomorrow. We're in Buffalo, so it's just a couple hours drive from Syracuse. Does that pose an advantage for Syracuse? But you also can't overlook Western Michigan. Is this a trap game too?
Well, I don't think a team's first game in the tournament is a trap game. You certainly don't overlook your first opponent. That said, about Syracuse playing so close to home, having all these fans, talking with players and coaches on the team, it doesn't sound like they're going to let this affect them positively or negatively. They said fans don't score points, they don't win games. It's great to have that support. You'd rather have that than the other way around. But at the end of the day, you still got to go out there and do it yourself.
Now, Jim Boeheim mentioned before the team got here in Buffalo that he is just as confident in this team as he was last year going into the tournament. We all know how that ended up down in Atlanta. So a lot of people are scrutinizing Boeheim because of, hey, you know, Syracuse isn't the same team going on the last few losses. How is Syracuse, or how did they respond to that and show that they're confident?
They certainly come into this NCAA tournament differently than a year ago. What I think this is Boeheim trying to instill confidence in his players. He knows that they listen, they take this stuff to heart, and he just wants them to buy in and make sure they're focused and believe in themselves and what they've been doing all season, not just the end of the season, as they get ready for the tournament.
Now, finally, heading into tomorrow, are you looking at any X factors? I know Western Michigan's got a guy, David Brown, that's just absolutely unbelievable. Who are your X factors for this one, and can you make a prediction?
My X factor is not a player, it's actually offensive efficiency for both teams. For Western Michigan, if they're taking bad shots, that leads to transition baskets for Syracuse. They can get themselves in a rhythm that way. For Syracuse, they need to be efficient offensively. That means moving the ball, creating mismatches, and finding holes in the defense.
All right, well, you heard it from Bobby Krivitsky. Once again, we are here, Cuse Countdown, Citrus TV in Buffalo for the second round of the men's basketball tournament here for the NCAAs. We'll have continuing coverage here on Citrus TV, so be sure to check it out.